Wait,
And,
what is a storefront law office?
well, Storefront Law Office is a law office in a storefront on a commercial area, usually, where people feel friendly, feel welcomed. They're not coming into the 32nd floor of a downtown skyscraper into
I
a
see.
expensive, intimidating
Yeah.
law office. They're coming into a storefront that's non-intimidating, welcoming, and it's stocked with young law students who are trained in the issues that are important to low-income people, like owing debt and dealing with landlords and dealing with government bureaucracies, welfare bureaucracies, employment insurance, and supervised by volunteer lawyers. So I was able to have these set up throughout the city at night, so it's convenient for people to come if they had jobs, and have the law students interview them, but under supervision of over 80 different lawyers who are all colleagues of mine from or from some of the major law firms in town, who felt it was important that they do this. And we finally had a number of offices all over the city. We're doing 10,000 clients a year.
Wow.
And having a real impact on them. And I was able to take that experience of 10,000 people a year and see the patterns, see which areas were the most prevalent,
yeah.
and the problems in those areas, whether it was being evicted by landlords unfairly without cause, whether it was dealing with arrogant government bureaucrats and or dealing with
Do you know any of those? You wouldn't know any of those people, would you?
No, unfortunately I had to deal with them a lot, and or financial institutions that in those days, when somebody couldn't make their payments, instead of sitting down with them and trying to get them to talk, they threatened people with threatening letters, and people would go even more into their shell, and so they didn't talk. So then they'd be sued and garnished. Their wages would be garnished, which immediately usually meant they would be fired from their job.
Wow.
So everybody lost. So I was able to get those laws, a lot of those laws, into a law reform part of this community law, which is advocating for change to the legal system, which was biased against poor people.